Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're diving headfirst into the wonderfully weird. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to take a trip around the globe to explore some of the most bizarre, fascinating, and downright strange places on Earth. From fiery pits that seem to lead straight to the underworld to forests that look like they sprouted from the pages of a Tim Burton film, we're covering it all. So grab your snacks, settle in, and get ready to have your mind blown. Oh, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any of the weirdness. Alright, first up, we're heading to the middle of the Karakum Desert in Turkmenistan. You know that place you always forget exists when you're trying to name all the countries in the world? Yeah, that one. Well, smack dab in the middle of this vast, desolate landscape lies a giant, fiery crater that has been burning non-stop for over 50 years. Locals call it the door to hell, and honestly, can you blame them? This inferno was accidentally created by some very unlucky Soviet scientists back in 1971. They were drilling for natural gas, because that's what you do in the desert, right? When the ground collapsed, swallowing their rig and releasing a plume of methane gas into the atmosphere. Now methane is flammable, and rather than letting it just hang out and potentially poison the air, the scientists decided to light it on fire, figuring it would burn off in a few weeks. Well, spoiler alert, it didn't. It's been burning ever since, creating this eerie, otherworldly spectacle that attracts adventurous tourists, and probably a few fire demons too. I mean, can you imagine stumbling upon this thing in the middle of the night? Talk about a recipe for nightmares. But hey, at least it makes for some pretty epic Instagram photos, right? Just, maybe don't get too close. Next up, we're trading the scorching desert heat for the cool, dark depths of the Paris catacombs. Now, everyone knows Paris for its Eiffel Tower, its croissants, its romance. But beneath the surface of this iconic city lies a labyrinthine ossuary containing the skeletal remains of over 6 million Parisians. That's right, you heard me correctly. 6 million skeletons. It's like the world's creepiest apartment complex down there. These bones weren't always chilling underground, though. Back in the 18th century, Paris had a bit of an overcrowding problem, and their cemeteries were overflowing. Like, seriously overflowing. So, in a move that was either incredibly practical or totally bonkers, you decide, they decided to relocate the deceased to a network of disused underground quarries. Over time, these quarries were transformed into the organized, almost artistic displays of bones we see today. Skulls are stacked in intricate patterns, femurs are arranged in geometric designs, and you can practically hear the ghosts of French revolutionaries whispering amongst the tibia and fibula. It's definitely not your average tourist destination. But hey, if you're looking for a unique and slightly morbid experience, the Paris catacombs might be right up your alley. Just, maybe don't go alone, and bring a flashlight, and maybe a therapist. From the depths of the earth, we now travel to a forest that seems to defy the laws of nature. The Crooked Forest of Poland. Located near the town of Gryfino, this grove of pine trees is like something straight out of a fairy tale, or a horror movie, depending on your perspective. Imagine walking through a dense forest, sunlight barely filtering through the canopy, and then bam! You stumble upon a clearing filled with hundreds of pine trees, all bent at a sharp 90-degree angle near their base. It's both mesmerizing and a little unsettling, like Mother Nature herself decided to play a prank on humanity. Theories abound about what caused these trees to grow in such a peculiar way. Some speculate that it was a freak snowstorm that weighed down the young saplings, while others believe it was a deliberate technique employed by foresters in the 1930s to create naturally curved timber for furniture or boat building. Whatever the reason, the Crooked Forest remains a captivating mystery, a testament to the weird and wonderful ways of the natural world. Just maybe don't wander off the path. You never know what else might be lurking in those twisted woods. Okay, get ready to have your mind blown, because we're about to journey to the coldest, driest, and windiest continent on Earth, Antarctica. Now you might be thinking, Antarctica? What could possibly be weird about a bunch of ice and penguins? Well, my friend, let me introduce you to Blood Falls. This 5-story waterfall, located in the McMurdo Dry Valleys, doesn't gush with crystal clear water like your average waterfall. Oh no, this bad boy spews out a crimson-colored brine that stains the surrounding ice a gruesome shade of red. It's like something straight out of a horror movie, and scientists were baffled by it for years. Turns out the source of this macabre display is a subterranean lake trapped beneath the Taylor Glacier for over 2 million years. This lake is incredibly salty and rich in iron, and when it comes into contact with the oxygen in the air, the iron oxidizes, creating this rust-colored waterfall of doom. It's a stark reminder that even in the most extreme and seemingly barren environments on Earth, life, or at least the remnants of it, finds a way. Just, maybe don't go swimming in it. Last but not least, we're finishing our journey in Xochimilco, Mexico, home to the creepiest island you'll ever lay eyes on. The Island of Dolls. Imagine a small, secluded island in the middle of a network of canals, its trees adorned not with twinkling lights or colorful streamers, but with hundreds, if not thousands, of decaying dolls. Their lifeless eyes stare blankly from the branches, their limbs twisted at unnatural angles, their once bright clothes faded and tattered. It's enough to give even the bravest soul nightmares. The story goes that a man named Don Julian Santana Barrera, who lived as a hermit on the island, began hanging the dolls as a way to appease the spirit of a young girl who had drowned in the canal. According to legend, Don Julian found the girl's body and a doll floating in the water, and he believed that her restless spirit was haunting the island. So he started hanging dolls he found in the trash or floating in the canals, hoping to appease her and bring peace to the island. Whether or not the story is true, the result is undeniably eerie. The Island of Dolls is now a popular tourist destination for those brave enough to face their fears and witness the unsettling spectacle firsthand. Just, maybe don't go alone. And whatever you do, don't close your eyes. And there you have it, folks. 5 of the weirdest, most fascinating, and downright strange places on Earth. Which one would you dare to visit? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this journey into the bizarre, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more adventures in weirdness. Until next time, stay curious, stay adventurous, and most importantly, stay weird.